Hello friends, welcome to the 7th video of the problems on simplification and approximation. This would be the final video in the series, so let's get to the problems. The first problem, we have cube root of 389017 into 710.97 divided by 9.03 is equal to 73.11 into, open the brackets, question mark plus 12.94 and close the bracket. The options are 67, 66, 61 and 65. So let's begin the solution. So as usual, the first step would be to rewrite the expression as shown. What we have done is, we have written all the decimal numbers to its nearest integer. So we get cube root of 389017 into 711 divided by 9 is equal to 73 into question mark plus 13. You can observe that I have replaced 710.97 with the closest integer. I've also replaced 9.03, 73.11 and 12.94 as well. Our next step would be to evaluate the cube root of 389017. So let us check for the units digit. It is seen that the units digit is 7. So we know that the cube root of 3 is 27, which is the only number having 7 in the units digit of the cube. Now to find the other digits, strike up the last 3 digits. We get 389. On inspection, we can see that 389 falls between 7 cube and 8 cube, where 7 cube is 343 and 8 cube is 512. So we choose the smaller number, that is 7. Hence, we can safely conclude that the cube root of 789017 would be 73. Now let's get back to the problem. So the new equation becomes 73 into 711 divided by 9 is equal to 73 into question mark plus 13. So we can see that 73 appears on both the sides. So we cancel 73 from both the sides of the equation. And the next step is to divide the number 711 by 9. Doing so, we get 79 as our answer. So our new equation reduces to 79 is equal to question mark plus 13. And finally evaluating, we see that question mark would be equal to 79 minus 13, which is 66. So let's get back to the options. We see that option B matches with our answer. So the correct option is option B. Let us look at the last problem which I'll be solving in the series. In this problem, we have square root of 2300 into 45.07 is equal to question mark plus root of 1369 into 21.9. And the options are A 1346, B 1364, C 1436 and D 1336. So let us begin the solution. So as usual, in the first step, we rewrite 45.07 as 45 and 21.9 as 22. So hence our new equation becomes root of 2300 into 45 is equal to question mark plus root of 1369 into 22. So now let's evaluate the square root of 2300 and 1369. So first let's find out the square root of 2300. Looking at 2300, we can say for sure that it's not a perfect square. So we'll have to do the method of approximations here. So on inspection, we see that 45 square, which is 2025, is less than 2300, which is in turn less than 50 squared, which is 2500. And we can also say very clearly that 2300 falls somewhere in between 2025 and 2500. So let us check the value of 48 square. We see that the value of 48 square is 2304, and we find out that 2304 is almost equal to 2300. Hence, we can safely say that the square root of 2300 is 48. Now let us find the square root of 1369. The units digit is 9. Hence, we can say that the units digit of the square root would either be 3 or 7. In order to find the other digit, let's strike the last two digits. We are left with 13. On inspection, we see that 13 falls between 3 square and 4 square. So we take the smaller of the two, that is 3 square. So we can safely conclude that the square root of 1369 would either be 33 or 37. Now in order to confirm, we multiply the number 3 with its next number. So 3 into 4 gives us 12, which turns out to be lesser than the number that is left after striking the last two digits, which is 13 in our case. Hence, the larger number would be the answer. So the square root of 1369 turns out to be 37. Now let's substitute these values back to the expression that we have. So our new equation becomes 48 into 45 is equal to question mark plus 37 into 22. Let's carry out the multiplication of the terms in both the sides. 48 into 45 becomes 2160. So we get 37 into 22 as 814. So our new equation becomes 2160 is equal to question mark plus 814. There is a mistake in the video. The minus should have been plus. So in the next step, when the plus goes to the other side, that is when we move 814 to the LHS of the equation, it becomes minus. So our final answer would be 2160 minus 814, which is equal to 1346. Now let us go through the option. We find that option A matches with our answer, hence the correct answer is A. I hope you enjoyed all the videos in this series. I guess by now you must have got an idea on how to approach the problems on simplification and approximation. So the series on simplification and approximation ends here. I hope you'll be able to tackle most of the problems that appear in this exam. If you found my video useful and interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.